Hello and welcome to my video blog, 5 Tips to Connect Your Market that you can implement today. So the intent of this short video blog is really to give you 5 suggestions that you can use to connect with your market today, that you can implement today, and it will start to really make a difference in your business. Tip number 1 is get out there. And it seems like a really obvious tip, but it's so easy for us to get head down into what we're doing that we don't actually get out and meet our market. So what I'd like to challenge you to do to implement today is to sign up to one networking event in your area where your prospects are going to be. That could be through your local Chamber of Commerce. That could be through groups that you might be associated with. For example, if you're a coach, there's the International Coach Federation. There's a bunch of different ways that you could connect. One of the best resources, if you're not familiar, or even if you are, to find out new and upcoming events is Meetup. www.meetup.com. It's amazing what women in particular are doing on this media and creating events that better suit our lifestyle. For example, I recently started to go with one regularly. That's women who have chosen to create a breakfast meeting that starts later in the morning. So typically our meetings are at 9:30, and it really is more suited to the busy life of women in the morning. So really look out, go out, pick an event and sign up to it and get out and see and talk to your market. Tip number 2 is reach out to 5 contacts today and invite them to a catch-up or get to know each other 30-minute call or Skype meeting. So connect. Who haven't you talked to in a long time who you never know what's going to happen? Perhaps is something that you can do together. Perhaps maybe they know somebody who would be an ideal client. Perhaps they've kind of forgotten about what you're doing because they haven't heard from you recently. So pick 5 of your contacts. Do it today. Do it daily if you can. And reach out and try and establish a couple of meetings. My experience is magic can happen. I recently had someone reach out for me from Europe. And when we connected, we thought the conversation was going to go in one direction, and it went in a completely different direction than either of us imagined. And it's most likely that we're going to do a joint event in 2014. So really, magic can happen when you do these things. Tip number 3 is post a question. Go to Facebook, LinkedIn, or another social media platform and ask a question of your audience. This is a great way to gain information that you can later use for blogs, newsletters, products. It really will increase your message the more often that you do this. For example, you could ask your audience, your followers, what's the one thing that you'd like to learn from me? Is a really good question. Another one is, you could ask them, what's the biggest thing that's standing in your way when you try to do X, whatever X might be. So for example, if you're somebody who provides fitness and fitness solutions, you could ask, what's the biggest thing that's standing in your way from getting out there and actually working out? So there's lots of ways that you could do it. Or you could ask them another question, which would, how would it feel if you were working out 4 times a day? If you were working out 4 times a week, how would that make you feel? So you can start to paint the picture and ask them to answer, and that's going to help you create better marketing. Tip number 4, get involved. Participate in an online Facebook or social media forum. Comment on a blog or other types of social media. Just get out there, and I don't want it to overtake your day because I think social media can be eating away at our productivity time. But schedule 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes in your day, in the morning, lunchtime, and afternoon to participate on social media and to really get involved and create a community and comment on others' posts, provide advice. So it's a great way to do that. Tip number 5, write a short article that will connect with your market and submit it to an e-zine. There's more exposure you can get, the better, and the more you do it. You can do it to e-zines, you can be a guest blogger, you can do that. So just write the article and then find ways to get it out there. So 5 tips to connect with your market today is get out there, reach out, post a question, get involved, and write an article. So create momentum behind your message, create some expertise by being a participant in both social media and telephone and Skype and going out to an event. So finally, remember, it's not hard to do. It just has to be done. It doesn't have to be long. You just have to take a small step. Eventually, you'll get out there. As someone said to me, if your customers aren't going to come knocking on your door, you have to get out there. So thank you very much. It's Heather Cameron, and thank you very much for listening